Hey, it's BT0. I want to talk a little bit about AutoStages, how it works, how you can have the best experience possible. For anyone who's maybe running a mock season or championship, or you just want to maybe run a really good single race, it's good for that too. Let's talk about it all and answer some of the questions that I had been asked. So firstly, this big black box in the bottom left will not display over top of the game. I'm doing that overlay just for the video purposes so you can see what the app is doing in the background. With the auto chat messages, this is central to how the program works. What it does is it reads which lap you're on and the race conditions, and it will throw one of these messages for you automatically. So if these are off in any way, you'll have some issues with the flow of the race and auto stages, right? So with number 7, the auto stage is active. I put that in there so you can know that the app is running properly in the background because you can't always see it, right? The dollar signs, make sure the dollar signs are attached to the end of these. That's what allows them to be sent automatically and allows them to be used offline. And if you're one of those people who maybe want to see how stages work and stage points without the competition caution like they do at road courses in 2023, just get rid of that number 0 message and the caution flag won't fly, which is kind of cool. You can kind of see how that would work at different racetracks as well. Very important. So for anyone who's maybe running a mock season, be very careful with the accelerate function of the race weekend. This applies to anyone who just wants to spectate races. Accelerate scrambles a lot of the data that AutoStages reads, like track positioning, like stage laps remaining, all that stuff. And if you accelerate too much, things just get crazy and the app either sputters or misreads or just breaks. So just be very careful with that. As we head to the track, right after the drivers start your engines, you will see the AutoStages active notification at the top, right before the parade lap. And that's how you know things are running properly. I'm going to retire. And I'll show you 2 things. So first, I want to show you what happens at the end of a stage. So I'm going to accelerate very carefully to the end of our first stage here. Final lap is lap 6. So I'm on lap 6. What happens with auto stages is once the leader on a final lap of a stage completes 70% of that lap, the caution flag will fly. You'll see stage 1 ending right there. And that's when the caution flag would fly if I were in the car. I'm going to send one manually here so you can kind of see how this all works. And then the field order, once everyone hits the line, is what will determine those stage points, right? So Busch will have 1, Blaney will have 2, either Keselowski or Logano will have 3. Like, we'll see what they are, right? The stage results in the console will display 1 lap after the stage is complete. So now once we hit lap 8, the stage results will display in the bottom left. Looks like Keselowski got Logano and so on down to the end. 3 laps after the stage is over, all of that will clear and we'll get set for stage 2. So let's start this over, right? Now we'll begin the race over again. We'll hop in the car. We'll retire quickly. Everything will clear out for me. What happens if a caution flag flies just before the end of a stage? So I have now built this so that if a caution flag flies with less than 5 laps remaining in the stage, we'll get to 3 here, then the stage will end automatically. So I'll hit this right now so you can see in the bottom left, watch it change. Stage 1 ending early due to caution. That means this lap is functioning as the last lap of a stage. Everyone races back to the line. And then our stage results will display a 1 lap after this. So for this stage, Chase Elliott's the winner, Logano 2, Blaney 3, and so on. And then the stage would be over at this point. So there would not be another caution break after lap 6, right? We just crossed into lap 5. So that's how that would work. I chose 5 or less than 5 to be the sweet spot. Every track is different. You may see some different results. Let me know if that's working for you. If you actually have a caution come out at the end of a stage, I'd like to know. It can be tweaked pretty easily. But let me know. I figured that was a lot better than kind of having those caution stage points handed out under caution. Not exactly the best result. So that's kind of the brief gist of it. Let me accelerate to the end of our race here. It'll go through. So at the end of a race, you'll see some basic stats, as I mentioned before. Chastain got that one. You'll see some basic stats, as I mentioned before. And the app, let me pull that up so you can actually see. The app will give you the interval down to the thousandth. You'll see the final status, whether it was a header or a camshaft or a tire puncture for Kyle Busch there. And it's pretty straightforward. I threw the numbers in there. Someone had asked me to include the numbers. So the numbers are included with the standings. Stage points are included as well. If you scroll down, you'll see the results for stage 1 and 2. And your race standings are exported to your computer. So wherever you save AutoStages on your computer is where those results will be saved. And right now you can see race standings is right in the middle. It's the same exact thing, only in TXT format. Eventually this will turn into Excel spreadsheets and things being exported properly so you can save them over the course of a season and all of that. I ain't there yet. It's going to take some time. I wanted to build the base functionality first and kind of have the core functionality and the structure of AutoStages intact before we move on to anything else. So that's a brief look at what you'll see on the app. Hopefully that answered a lot of your questions. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you have any ideas, reach out with those too. I mean, we're kind of all doing this together on the fly. If you have anything that's kind of like, I don't know, weird that's happening with the app, like let me know that too. Like I'm not going to be mad that it's broken. Like I want to know what broke it, so that, you know, maybe it can be fixed and be built better in the future. So have fun with AutoStages. It's been really fun building this. Kind of cool to see stage racing work. If you're racing, like it's actually really, really cool experience. So have a blast. Hit me up soon.